tonight's show. It is a celebration of the end of the year, end of the season, and I actually have an in-studio audience. We've asked them to be nothing. We're not even putting them on air. Shut the fuck up. Get me a beer when I ask for it. That's
get me a goddamn beer. Damn, Nancy. Get me a beer.
We should have had them sign some kind of
waiver or something.
Yeah.
We're not held liable for anything that
No,
happens.
not at all.
Any PTSD you get from this podcast, we are not responsible for. We cannot be held liable, and therefore,
That there's the fine print.
Get over it.
That there's the fine print. Hey, look at there. Mike Gonzalez is first as usual.
And he's in studio.
dude, how did he know to get on so quick tonight?
Man, I don't know.
Oh.
We got Huddy on.
Huddy has some of the best beard balm out there.
Yeah.
If you need
Yeah?
beard balm,
God,
head
I
over
need
to
to buy some.
Huddy's Beards.
Dude, I like that thing
Yeah.
you're growing down there. I'm digging that.
That's
Yeah.
mean, lean,
Yeah, I
fighting
dig that,
machine.
dude.
She
Seriously.
hates it.
Yeah, and I believe it was his wife's birthday
Oh, happy
yesterday
birthday,
or
Jess.
today. I don't remember. It's all a
We're
blur.
usually a day late and a dollar short. So.
Yeah, that's the story of our life.
That's
Hey,
how it
what's up,
happens.
Dave? How you doing? Looks like Jason is on here, and that's a good damn thing because he's sitting right over there on a stool, pulling it in
So I got to
And
get
out.
with Dave.
and in.
Dave and I have to hang out.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's a big milestone for us, and it only going to go up from there.
Not financially,
Oh.
though. That
No.
hasn't changed.
That
It
has
seems to be getting worse.
Yeah.
right. The more I put in, the more. We get. Yeah.
That's the wrong Dave. I thought that was Dave Gerard.
No, it's Dave Dessen.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. Dessen.
Dessen.
Ah, fuck, I'm getting a headache.
How's that different than any other day?
No, usually it's a pain in my ass. Today it's a headache.
Ew.
Yeah,
What are you
ooh.
doing in the...
Right?
Hmm.
Can I recommend lube for you?
Yeah.
A particular.
See, recommending the wrong person, buddy.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a bit much.
Bubba,
And there's the awkward silence.
It's just me accidentally emptying a beer.
Accidentally. Never accidentally emptying a beer. So, can I give a huge shout out to my boy Marvin Stammel and his new series of Flex Rocks and Rollover, sponsored by BF Goodwrench, and all of his awesome
Goodrich.
sponsors, partners.
Goodrich.
Goodrich. Sorry. I said Goodwrench, didn't I?
I
Yeah, it's
love how
Goodrich.
we all mispronounce shit, and that is the best part of this fucking podcast.
Just say BFG.
BFG and all of his other awesome partners. Power Tank, Tecton.
Especially Terry. I love when he mispronounces his own name.
Yeah, right.
What is it these days, man?
All right.
Is it
it
Jeep
is
and Terry?
Jeep and Terry.
It's Jeep
It
and
is.
Terry.
Butt sex Terry.
Wow.
Dude, I'll take what I can get.
You get something out of that, don't
yeah.
worry.
Nope, Jeep and Terry has been the final vote. It just, dude, you don't have to say it. When you have to say it as much as I do, and type it, yeah.
Well, then
no.
stop signing it that way.
And
Dude, people
He
get it when
signs-
you just
he
put Terry
signs
on there.
everything, like Jeep and Terry, Jeep and Terry, Jeep and Terry, Jeep and Terry, Jeep
It's
and
his,
Terry,
it's
Jeep and
his
Terry.
email. It's
It's
at work.
email, his like on when
He's
it
living
says
the life,
answered from
man.
my iPhone, aka Jeep and Terry.
He's living
Yeah.
his life. He's Cheap and Terry. Meep meep.
Yeah. But it is Jeep and Terry. It is back to that. That's what it will be from now on. So it got to, Triple T was in, and then I'm like,
Triple T's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, but then we have a T3 at work,
Yeah.
and I can't step
Not
on
only
those
like
toes.
T3, he's like
Right.
the man in charge.
He's
T3.
like the CEO. I can't. No, I'm not even going to try. So stay away from that. I like my
Probably a
job
good
too
idea.
much. Yeah.
You can't. No.
But it's good, man. It's good.
You are in for a treat tonight. The main topic is our favorites
Oh yeah.
from 2022.
Yeah, so it's basically we put it out. It's
And also for the month of January 2022, because I always write it on everything. It's usually like oh,
right.
1/22. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Gets
All right.
real tough at work when you're like, oh, what year is this PO from? Is it from the last year or this year?
It's the top 3 Jeep Life moments of the year for us, or it might be whatever you're thankful for 2022.
And there's an
It's-
order.
There is an order, so we'll do one round with Don, Terry, Billy. The next one, Terry, Billy, Don, and the next one will be Billy, Don, Terry.
It's a hell of an algorithm you got there.
Did I right?
Yeah.
It
So-
took me hours to come up with that.
All right, hit the button. Let's get this shit over with.
All right.
Already?
then.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was going to talk about a partner or two, but
Well,
Well,
all right, let's
that's
do that.
actually in. We're going to do that
wow,
in the show.
I see that. I didn't read
I
the show
moved.
notes.
I literally moved.
You
it.
actually did 2 different size fonts.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're never gonna get this
bolding.
over with.
You're
Yeah.
getting hit that button.
All right, I'm going to hit that button.
3-hour podcast.
Welcome to the Jeep Life Podcast. We're that podcast where we celebrate that Jeep life and everything that comes along with it. And tonight is no exception to that rule, but it's also the culmination of everything that's happened in 2022. This is our end of season extravaganza.
Woo!
Woo! And we have hired people to come sit in the studio for us and bring us beer. We do have some listeners that have volunteered and said, hey, I'll take one for the team and jump over here.
Please clap now. I love this shit hitting the floor. That is classic. All right, so hired help was not paid a lot.
No.
Let's put it that way.
No.
Listen, I could not find 2 better people to party with tonight than Jason Campbell and Mike Gonzalez. Like this is awesome.
No doubt. It and it's funny because, it doesn't matter what we do. Those 2 guys are
Absolutely.
right in the middle of it for everything.
One of them, Jason Campbell, is my right-hand man to actually come hang out in the garage with me, guys.
My
Yeah.
bad. Definitely my bad.
he is good at that.
Here's the thing. These 2 guys, like this podcast could crash and burn miserably. And it may, based on the video that's going to go out not too long from now, they would still be here.
Yep.
So
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
He is definitely the
That's so
first one
true.
that jumps on. And,
Yep.
hey, we appreciate that. The guys just automatically do whatever we need to.
Heck yeah.
I am Jeep and Terry, and yes, it is official. Jeep and Terry is back.
We decided tonight. It's
Yeah,
Jeep and Terry.
It's Jeep and Terry. We put the vote in. It was 1
Mm-hmm.
to 1 to 1, so it was a 3-way tie.
Basically, you just decided.
And I decided.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm the heaviest guy in the building, so I
You win.
win.
So it's still Dr. Don. and
No,
Brady-
I'm changing it.
What?
Yeah.
You
To
tried
what?
that.
2 fingers Ringgold.
Oh gosh. It's gonna be that night.
It is already that night, and we love that you tuned in with us.
That's on your fucking. That's you, dude. You asked for a fucking night where we were off the hook.
we are off the hook,
This
and I
is
love it.
Off the
uncuffed,
rails, dude.
explicit. I'm sorry, guys.
So right now, until our partners actually hear this episode, we have amazing partners. And after having our good friend Tanner on the show,
Oh my gosh, Tanner Ricks, hell of a guy, hell
Yeah.
of a builder, and he's blown me away. I want to meet him. I want to hang out with him. I want to go wheeling with him.
for real.
So head back to our last episode, listen to that first, then come back to this one because you have enough time.
Yeah, and because of him, Rockside Engineering has given us a discount code for our listeners, 15% off of their John. And man, let me tell you, those step sliders are for real.
Everything and
For
anything.
real.
Jeep Life Pod
Yeah,
for Rockslide Engineering. That's on their website for a JK, a JL, a JT, a TJ. They make all different lengths and sizes. So if you reach out to them, I definitely think they can hook you up with a specific length for
Yep.
your application.
and use that discount code and help yourself out.
He's getting up.
I think this is a first, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm with you. Hey, Armorlight, our good friends over at Armorlight. They've been with us from the beginning.
Dude, now it's getting into the winter time, and I use my Armorlight all the time. It is, it's getting used and abused by the salt. We live in the salt belt. We're up in the Northeast. We're in Pennsylvania. They love salting our roads, whether it's the roads, the sidewalks, anything. There is salt everywhere.
Yeah.
And no other floor mat. You're not going to hold a piece of carpet's not going to hold up to that.
I was talking to Dave the other day, and he felt like he was cheating on us because he's been making the rounds and going on various
it's okay.
podcasts. And I was like, dude, get out
needs
there.
To get the word
Get
out.
it out.
And we have so far of a reach.
Yeah, get it out there.
Wow.
And we welcome that because we know that he's going to keep coming back because we are the best.
Yep.
But their discount code is Jeeplife Podcast 10, and that will get you 10% off of their products, a complete system on their website.
And I still have been meaning to reach out to these guys, but Power Tank.
Yeah.
Good friends at Power Tank. They have all of your tire inflation power tools, air pneumatic power tools off-road.
I need a 20-pound tank.
You need a 20-pound. I need a 15.
Yeah.
I need a nitrogen setup. I need a no-loss chuck for my, air shocks to the buggy.
Yes.
I need a lot of stuff.
Jeeplife Pod 15 is that discount code for them.
Definitely going to use that.
I love those guys. And we've had Tyler and Steven on the show, so that's good. Our good friends at Pypes and at Cold Case.
Heck yeah. So if you need all your cooling needs for your motor and AC and everything else, because if your radiator's cooler, it makes everything else in the system cooler.
Yeah, or just have your thermostat go out and your engine runs cooler anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No,
it usually gets very hot.
Yeah. But anyway, they've got a code. Jeeplife will work on theirs, and that'll get you some free shipping, and that's worth quite a bit. So,
and then for all of your lighting needs of flashlights and emergency hazard lights, head over to Off Camber Lighting for 20% off, and that's Jeeplife Pod. And that 20% off works on any other discount as well.
Yep, it's a stackable thing.
Yep.
So those are our partners for the year, and thank goodness they haven't dumped us or gotten rid of us yet.
Yeah, well, coming up to a new season, who knows?
Yep, season 4 will.
Hey, when we write business goals, maybe we should put in there retain
sponsorship and partnership. Yeah.
Now, in all honesty, we definitely have some great sponsors. We said from the get-go we would not get involved with anybody who sold shoddy parts made in China.
Yep.
And I mean, everything's quality. They're quality businesses.
They're good people.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's important to us. So.
Yep.
And go right now and buy that stuff. There's still enough time left for your Christmas shop and holiday shopping. Go right now and support those organizations. Use our discount code, and that lets you know that.
Or if nobody loves you,
us.
buy your own shit.
That's right.
From one of our sponsors.
I buy my own shit anyway.
I buy my own shit.
Yeah. You had brought this up, and this is a big deal to us because he's a very good friend of the podcast and a good friend of ours.
Some things happened this week. Recently.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple things. Which one of our buddies, Ron Harrington.
Oh, yeah, Ron Harrington.
Yep. Right, Ron Harrington.
He got the Ambassador of the Year from Tread Lightly.
Yep.
And that is a nominated position and then voted on by the general public. And I know that I voted with all my email addresses.
Yeah.
All 77,000.
I don't think he needed that, though. I mean, he did pretty well with the votes. And, I don't really wheel. I shouldn't say I don't really. I don't wheel in the West Coast. I don't, I've never wheeled in the West Coast, but so I don't know a whole lot of people out there, but I can tell you what I do know is that he worked his ass off this year. And on top of that, he's an incredible educator, and he's living a life. I mean, he's kind of dedicated everything he's got to educating people on, the Tread Lightly principles and maintaining open roads for us and open trails and again, I can't think of anybody.
I'll
that
be
would
honest with
more-
you. So it's not even just tread lightly principles. He is instilling a smart way.
It's an ethic.
It's an ethic.
Yeah.
It is. It's more than just the principles themselves.
Yep.
And Tread Lightly, an amazing organization. They teach great concepts and great material. But there is something else to being that one-on-one, teaching people in a face-to-face setting.
Yep, and his company, Ridgeback Guide Services, they just do fantastic work. I know that you and I did the St. Patty's Day event.
Well, you wheeled with him. I didn't wheel. I just went up to hang
That's
out
right.
the one night, right.
You did the right way. You just go and hang out.
Right. Right.
But he does. They cover all the bases.
Yeah.
And he's a professional. His team that goes with him, they're going to get you where you need to be.
He sells the why, and that's what really. I mean, you can tell he loves what he does, and believes in what he does, and that's why he's such a great educator, because people follow him for that. I mean, if he was up there and he had no enthusiasm or excitement about what he was doing, nobody would buy into what he's teaching. But he is all in, and I mean, the guy lives the life and loves it. So, and I mean, it just emulates, what he's teaching is that ethic and the tread lightly principles, all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
100%. And if you would like to hear more about Ridgeback Guide Services, head over in our previous episodes. It's clearly labeled interview with, Ron Harrington from Ridgeback
Guide Service.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and that wasn't too long ago.
No, it's very recent.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. If you want to watch it live, it's on our
took Billy and I
Facebook.
twice to get that one right.
Yeah, that was a rough
Seriously
go.
rough. I almost quit.
I think I almost threw the towel into.
It was
just burned the whole studio to the ground,
I'm
including the
sorry.
home around it.
I'm sorry I went out west and left you guys hanging.
You're not
Left
sorry.
us
Don't give a
hanging.
shit. We called you. You were like, I got to go.
You were like, "Oh, I'm eating lobster and steak."
Sitting there was like a finger that kept coming in. We had him on like FaceTime.
We had FaceTime, and he was like,
"There's a finger in his ear."
Maybe do this
and-
one.
yeah.
Maybe do that one. Push that button.
Yeah. Sorry,
So.
guys. But anyway, that our congratulations to Ron
Yeah.
on that achievement.
Yeah.
That's huge. So
Yeah.
keep up the good work, and I can't wait to see what we do together
Thank you.
in 2023.
So as we are sitting on live, we just gained another partner.
Woohoo! Tell me about it.
Huddy's Beard Balm.
Yeah.
A good buddy of the podcast, a good friend of ours. He just activated for 10% off of all of his beard balms, Huddy'sBeardBalm.com, and Jeep Life Pod gets you 10% off. Jeep Life Pod.
Couldn't be
All
a better
one-
holiday
yeah.
gift.
Absolutely. He has awesome holiday 4-packs, nice wooden cases. It comes pre-wrapped in a present box.
I love it. Our thanks to
Heck yeah.
Huddy for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Real-time partnerships happening here. We promise that going on at least to happen at least one more time in the
Maybe,
next
who knows?
15 years. So
Wait, we're doing this for 15 years?
seems like it sometimes with you guys. We got a new Patreon member.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah, not while we were on air though. That would be kind of cool if we did get a new Patreon member. But Thomas,
Thank you, Thomas.
For your privacy, I'm not going to say your last name, but thank you for supporting the podcast and with the Patreon support.
We just did put out a article about batteries.
Think there's going to be a
Battery
special
systems.
release video on Patreon first.
Oh yeah.
Coming up, it was
There was a raunchy, rowdy video that maybe Don and I did in a lifetime previously.
Right. So that'll be out shortly, and then we have the new article, and we got some more stuff coming. We got some stuff about More Ride. On the horizon coming up, and so some good stuff happening.
Always
on Patreon.
Patreon tends to get a lot of our stuff before our regular.
Well, some of the stuff isn't out
subscribers.
there, so
Yeah.
Well,
some
a lot of the
the
articles are not out there.
Right.
So keep that up. We appreciate the support. This doesn't happen for free. Well, I guess it does for our listeners, but
I'm doing something for free over here.
something, yeah. So our thanks to Thomas and all of our Patreon members, subscribers. I know that we have a lot that are actually watching right now and viewing and will be listening when this comes out. We appreciate you. Keep it up.
Oh, Matt from Huddy's Beard Balm also says if you're Venmoing Matt for Beard Balm, you also have to Venmo Break It Billy $40 for some odd reason and a sticker.
Yes. All right, we bring him on the podcast. And I put
Seriously,
a bag over his head.
Hold on. Come on. You're being called out.
No.
Yeah, let him on.
All right, let him on.
Oh,
here
it's
we
getting
go.
rowdy.
It is. While we're trying to get our listener
That's fine.
Jason to come on.
Ask whether there's a discount code for dental work.
Is there a discount code for dental work?
All right, guys. So if you want to see us live, reach out to us
Yeah.
via info@jeeplife podcast through any of our multimedia, Instagram, Facebook, Jeep Life Podcast, or Jeep Life Pod on Instagram. You can Google us anywhere. But if you want to see us live, absolutely, you're more than welcome to join us in the studio. But as well, we're going to be at events this year.
All kinds of events.
So we are going to be hitting up probably Bantam
Yep.
Jeep Fest out in Butler, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
That's definitely going to happen. We'll also have 2 events with Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip where you can hang out with Break It Billy and some of the other hosts of the podcast. I know
Yep.
Terry, you're going to make it up. Don's definitely going to make it up. And we are a partner of Ultimate 4x4 Field Trip at AOAA and also just covering the event in general. We're going to have Chris, Holly, some of the other influencers from the event on the podcast to talk about it, what it means to them. So that's coming up next season.
Yep.
And also, you can hang out with Break It Billy the first weekend of June or the third weekend of June at AOAA. And then I'm going to also be down in Tennessee. So
Yeah.
lots of events.
All the major events we're going to be at.
New Jersey Jeep Invasion 10th anniversary. We will be there.
Yep.
Reaper will be doing awesome things out in the sand. It will be fixed, I promise. 100%. I'm ordering a whole bunch of extra U-joints.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Easter Jeep Safari.
All breeds.
All
out
breeds.
in Carlisle, Pennsylvania again this year. We already have the
Yep.
dates. It's on the calendar. We will be there with a booth. So you can also listen to us live at those events if you're going to be there.
Yeah, we'll always do a live show wherever we are, and we welcome you to bring a chair and hang out with us.
And I'll lay in on a little secret. If you're at these events, usually we're doing giveaways.
Oh yeah.
So you have a chance to win something from the Jeep Life podcast besides just the small little giveaways we do every once in a while.
And I've got a inside track that there's a potential of a big company that's going to be partnering with us and doing a giveaway a month.
Wow.
In 2023.
That would be really cool.
I can't wait to announce that when season
I think
4
that
opens
season
up.
4
but
happens, yeah.
but
And
that could be-
speaking of
that could be-
season
that could be
4,
good. A little hint there.
I think I locked in Holly Fowler and Chris Miller from so Holly Fowler from Mischief Maker. We're going to be opening up season 4 with her, and also Chris Miller from Ultimate 4x4
We have
Field Trip.
Mainline Overland. Joe Caloric's going to
Yep.
come on with us
Yep.
and do a show.
Season 4 is going to be outrageous.
Absolutely.
And we're going to try to laugh. We're going to try to laugh
Whatever.
more. We speaking of laughing, we have a listener review.
Wow.
And this is
Well, hold on. Before we do, we have another announcement, too.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Yes, and this is not out
Oh.
anywhere. So
It involves a
first.
lizard?
Oh yeah.
This is
we're
breaking
this
news.
We are breaking this
Yeah.
news right here.
So Purple Lizard and Tread Lightly have partnered up, and on the Shenandoah map, Tread Lightly is now going to have information on that as well.
nice.
cool.
Yep, it's
And
gonna
that's
be
going
the
to start
first.
going forward too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Purple
So-
Lizard is the definitive
Paper mapping.
paper map
Yep.
out there.
So if you're
Right.
old school and you like your paper map and you want to get your compass and your protractor,
But well,
and your-
before you go any further, I mean, here's the deal. Here's the deal with Purple Lizard. In all seriousness, they do something unique that nobody else does. They have areas marked of interest.
True.
So, most maps, or not most, but some maps like Gaia and stuff like that, you'll find primitive camping. You'll find, things like that. But Purple Lizard goes one step further. You'll find great places to eat. You'll find outlooks. You'll find, they have the lizard on there, and it's like a place of interest. So they really dig deep into the area.
Yeah.
And when they started, it was really, I think they started in PA.
I don't
think
know.
it was.
I believe it is.
I think it was like Rock
Mike
and-
Gonzalez off on the distance is shaking his head yes violently, saying yeah.
Yeah, it was. It
So
was in
I
PA
trust
because I
that.
have one in the. I should have brought it in. I have one in the Jeep that I use for Bald Eagle.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I found one of the best places I've gone to eat. But I mean, they're a cool map company. It's a little above and beyond what you get from like Gaia GPS or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a killer partnership there with Purple Lizard and Tread Lightly.
Yeah.
And we've talked about both of those in the past. We talk about Tread Lightly a lot, but Purple Lizard, if you're listening, reach out to us and maybe you could put information from the Jeep Life podcast on your next
Or just a logo.
or just the logo. Yep.
Mhm.
All right,
Beggars
listener
can't be
review.
choosers.
Listener review. I love when we get reviews on this, and this is from Cash Hunter USA. I don't think that's his real name. Do you think it's his real name?
Yeah.
Cash Hunter USA.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey guys, thanks for the awesome podcast. I just got a 22 Rubicon 4xe and now want to modify it for off-road. Nice. Mostly greens and blues. I said that at one point. I was just going to be doing greens and blues, and someday maybe even blacks. Okay, he's on the same plane as me.
Right.
I am bringing your shows while I work. I'm binging your shows while I'm at work, and I'm learning so much about my Jeep and the best brands in the aftermarket world. I would love to display a Jeep Life podcast sticker on my new Rubicon. Keep the podcasts coming. Well, Cash Hunter USA, email us at info@jeeplifepodcast.com, and I'll send out some stickers to put on your 4xe and sticker it up.
I have those for you in the Jeep.
Nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, just let us know and we'll send that out. Thank you for listening. Thanks for the review. And go right now to your favorite podcasting service and leave us a review. It really helps people find us, and we love reading it on air.
We're on all the major platforms, so you
Yeah.
can find us anywhere.
Anywhere. And just Google us, and
Right.
Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora,
Plus, we have
Apple
all our shit's on our own website.
our
Yeah.
website, and
Yeah.
YouTube's and everything.
Yep.
So we're every.
We've littered the internet with our bullshit.
we have definitely there's no fines for that, thank goodness, but
We would be heavily
different-
fined.
heavily
No.
heavily
Different time.
I share it out everywhere.
All right, on to our main topic. This is our top 3 Jeep Life moments of 2022, or whatever the hell we're thankful for, or just whatever comes to mind.
Can we steal?
You can't steal or pass.
All right, I got better ones anyway.
But we can agree that was a great moment. You have to have done the work, Bill.
I do the work.
All right. Don, you're up.
I am thankful because I have access to our Facebook page
Mm-hmm.
to all the catfishing that happens through that fucking account. There's nothing better than getting up in the goddamn morning and finding 3 homeless women looking for handouts.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
There's
That's
nothing
not-
better than
that's
trying
not
to flip
a
that
nope.
script and getting money back.
That is my
It's
favorite too. I
entertaining
love
stuff.
that.
All right then.
I love 2022.
Mr. Terry,
I
you're
can't
up
wait
next.
till 2023.
Oh gosh.
All right, so my number 3 is our doing live shows and meeting listeners at those shows. So
Okay.
whether it be
Any of the
Wildwood
shows.
or any of them, when we do games for prizes and giveaways, man, that's a blast.
Heck yeah.
That's a lot of fun, and just meeting those people and people coming up taking selfies. That's pretty cool too. So if you find us out there, take a selfie with us, tag us, and it makes me happy.
Heck yeah.
All right.
All right, so my number 3 is probably interviewing Tanner Ricks.
Oh, really?
I enjoyed that a lot. Just talking to him about the different builds and the crazy stuff that he's done.
Yeah, he's kind of your people, really.
He really is. He's the full send,
Yeah.
go big, tow it home kind of deal.
Oh, for real. So I think that's a beautiful thing. he was a great interview.
He really was.
We've had some great interviews, and he was all worried about
I'm gonna be
ums
honest
and
with you. All of the interviews we've had with all of our listeners are, and
influencers, vendors, all that
influencers,
stuff.
Everybody.
They've been great
time.
this year.
Yeah.
I agree.
What are you looking at me for? What are you waiting for? Another
well,
dumbass
no,
comment?
I
Stare a little harder. I'll give you one.
from the peanut gallery here in the studio, we get more trivia.
We're back
in 2023.
More trivia.
More trivia.
They want more trivia games.
Okay,
All
we
right.
can do trivia games. I think that can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that was another crash and burn, but okay.
It might.
Yeah, we did that one game, and we got to figure that out a little better.
But that's when we lost Campbell as a listener.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
If that was only true.
All right, Terry, we're going to throw it back into your court and say, what's your second top favorite?
All right, so this one actually happened, and it's actually top in like just my Jeep world, right? I got to wheel with Rick Payway, and
dude,
just being in the same vehicle as that legend.
You were licking his ear.
100%.
Like, that's weird, dude.
I've never had earwax taste that good. Rick, if you're listening, I'm
Rick
sorry.
Payway, the man, the myth, the legend of Jeeping,
Yeah.
he is, it's unfortunate to say, but some of the other legends that are, you may hear their names thrown around every once in a while, but he's still around, he's still alive. Like, he said that in the interview. Like, some of the guys that he learned off of, unfortunately, we don't make it out of this life alive. So,
Right.
But he is one of the tried, true, proven off-road Jeepers that still have such an influence on this industry.
Yeah, go back and listen to 337, episode 337, and it's basically just me and Rick wheeling out in the outskirts of Vegas at some.
How old do you think Rick is? Like, approximately. I mean,
I would say
recall.
early
was on
60s.
I thought
Yeah,
he
and he's
said.
pretty active in the
Oh yeah,
hobby still.
yeah.
Like,
He's out all the time.
yeah.
And he certainly didn't wheel like an old man.
No.
Yeah, he's kind of inspiration. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, as you and I are cresting that point where things are getting a little harder, it's inspirational knowing that there are people still out there doing it and wheeling as hard as
And
he
doing
is.
it at a high level, and he's just a gentleman in the business. You
He
know,
sure is. I wish we were.
we're definitely not gentlemen,
No.
and that's part of our charm. He has his charm, we have ours.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All
he
right,
can
so
pass an
speaking-
FBI clearance. We can't.
I just actually did, so we're good.
Not as a podcast.
So we're back into my court.
Yep.
And my second favorite memory of this year, and I'm sorry, Don, I got to do this, but singing karaoke with the Northwest Jeepcast and AOAA.
Dude, and those son of bitches stuck a sticker on our.
So I'm going to call out Gary
Banner.
Henderson right now. Dude, straight up awesome
Super guys.
guys. Gary and Gary.
Yeah.
They did
They're
the
cool
Gen
people.
Wright experience.
Yeah.
King
Yep.
of Hammers experience. And dude, he it's the real deal.
Yeah.
His Jeep is
they're cool people.
really cool
both,
people.
Both the Jeeps are intense. I mean,
Badass
yeah,
Jeeps.
seriously. And it's funny because they've not been doing it that long.
No.
It's been a little over 10 years for both of them.
Yep.
We got the backstory when they were in the studio with us, and of course I was part of the recording that
Yep.
night. But
So my memory is just singing karaoke, so Don can steal the rest of that.
But it was really cool that you guys got to hang out with them, and then I hung out with them separately.
Yeah, somehow,
So
some way.
you were at
At
Bantam.
Bantam, and,
Yeah.
and got to hang out with them a lot
Right.
out there,
Right.
and so I thought it was cool. Within like a 2-week period,
Right.
we all got to hang out, and we did joint podcasts with them. They got a podcast out of us that we partnered with, and we
Right.
got an episode out of them that they were in the studio.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. All right, that's a great one. I love that. There's Gary and Gary, good people.
Great guys. And their Wheeling Across America video series is going to be coming up soon. I was talking to Gary the other day.
Yeah, I wish we could do that. Maybe someday.
One day. So, Don, it's back into... What's your second favorite memory of the year?
Motherfuckers ready for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thankful
Yeah.
Thankful.
I'm thankful that I had the opportunity with the Jeep Life podcast to learn that I want triple rate springs, Yukon gears, and a 43-foot Chris Craft fishing boat.
So if you're wondering where all that came from,
Oh my God.
you may listen to some of the takeovers that Don and I had of the Jeep Life podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Terry handed us the reins, and it was downhill.
Yeah, I need to do some remote work with that. I don't.
It's like, I got to control this shit.
No doubt. But you're right. That 43,
Good luck, asshole.
that 43-foot boat. I need that in my.
Yep.
In my
Everybody needs a
43-foot
fishing.
Chris Crafts
Everybody-
with a
yeah.
250 horse on the back, and you got that trolling motor up front.
Or
with
listen,
the
listen. If you got a
arms.
little more money, we'll go Viking.
Oh,
Fuck the Chris Craft.
Yeah.
oh shit.
We're not just dipping our toe in now, are
Oh,
we?
we're sticking the whole damn knee in.
I love it. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. I love, and it's funny because sometimes our outtakes don't make it into the recordings. They just don't because they,
for a good reason. Too.
This show's going to be about half as long as it was live.
no doubt.
Yeah.
No, it's all staying in. Everything's staying in.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to give a plug. We record live every Sunday,
Every
at
Sunday.
7:30,
Yeah.
somewhat on the dot.
It's close to that time unless we have some sort of technical hiccup
Yeah,
or
and we
something.
usually release that on the Facebooks,
Yep. Yep.
and sometimes it has audio from
Yeah,
our
most of the
peanut
time.
gallery over there. Let's not talk about
I'm,
that.
I'm so glad I didn't put the mic over there. I was
Yeah,
so
we
tempted
thought
to put
about
the
that.
mic over there,
Yeah.
and
We were going to give a mic to our listeners, and that would have been really funny.
no,
I tried.
I'm seriously glad.
Probably a good idea. Hey, so we're going to throw it back into my court right now with my number one memory of 2022.
What is that?
Shit.
I thought you had these written down. I asked you to come prepared.
You realize I
Yeah.
fire off the cuff.
I know you had one job.
He had one job.
Do we need to skip you and come back to you,
Yeah, please. At this point, I forget.
Donnie? You ready to double dip?
Dude,
or
I'm always
wait,
ready.
I got it.
Let him go.
He reminded me.
All right.
So just in general, the favorite memory of 2022 for me was ultimate 4x4 weekend, field trip weekend, out at AOA with all the influencers, being able to bring all of our listeners and our subscribers out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that content
Yeah.
of being out AOA 3 days straight and also going on the Mammoth Trail.
Oh yeah. That's right. You
So,
did the Mammoth.
The Mammoth Trail, it ate me up, spit me out, and called me Sally. But you know what? I did it,
Yeah. Yep.
and I was there.
I love that.
I didn't make it that far, but I was there.
I wish I'd have been there to see that. Watching the videos, I'm just like, damn.
Thanks, Jason Campbell, for reminding me.
Yeah. Right.
I do. It was in my mind. We have similar thinking patterns.
That scares me. All right, Don.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready for this shit?
I'm sitting down.
All right.
Yeah.
My number one thing that I'm thankful for because of the Jeep Life podcast, and I'm going to take this one step further, JEEP, is all the wonderful friends that I have.
Heck yeah, man.
It's been a rough year, and I've been able to find a lot of solace and a lot of friends. I've learned what loyalty is in relationships. I've learned what having people around you that you can depend on and that are stable and positive.
We're not stable.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Stable's a very
and
lenient term.
even beyond that, in the world of jeeping,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go throw out some people like Northwest Jeepcast. It was awesome having them up
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
I mean, there couldn't be two podcasts competing as much as we do for
Oh.
listeners, but at the same time, it was a blast. We had a good time. They're awesome people.
They really are.
I haven't had the availability to be around as much as I'd like, but there are definitely some good people in this industry.
Yeah.
And, in all honesty, my Jeep is a tool. It's a piece of equipment to bring me closer to other people
Yeah.
that are like-minded, good people, and that is my favorite thing.
Dude, I might, and this is in all seriousness, I
Damn,
might.
you're gonna make me cry
I might,
over
I
here.
might tear up over here a little bit because
Don't be a pussy, dude.
I know for a fact that we've helped each other through a lot of shit,
Yeah.
And the people in this room right now are the people that I know that I can depend on for everything. So it's
and beyond that,
unless you're 2,000 miles away in California or something, I am not coming to change your flat tire.
yeah, right.
like a AAA.
No, but Don,
Yeah,
you know you're a brother to me.
yeah.
Terry, the same
Yeah.
way. Like,
That's-
and that's the number one thing of this podcast
Yep.
is we found, you know,
We found a family.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
did.
funny. I was just having a conversation today that family doesn't need to be kids, wife, whatever.
not nuclear.
It's not. And I definitely feel that this is my family. And would do almost anything. Ah, fuck it. I'd do anything for anyone in that family.
yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
You're good people, man. You're good people. And to be honest with you, you two are the reason I have a real Jeep life. So
Heck yeah.
yeah, thanks.
All right, Terry, you can't go now.
Yeah, I know.
We're
how
not
do I-
what do
I-
you got?
How do
What's
I follow
your
that
favorite?
up? All right, it's sappy shit. But here's my number one memory from this past year. It was at Easter Jeep Safari,
Mm-hmm.
out at top of the world. Literally, there's trail and a cliff, and
3,000 feet.
10 people around, and one of those guys up there is a listener.
Yep.
And heard my voice and
Oh,
came
this-
running
Dude, I heard about
and
this.
then I got recognized by my voice on top of the world with 9 people around. I mean, it was
no rhyme reason.
none whatsoever. So to that listener, which I wish I knew their name, they had a killer rig.
The unknown
Killer rig.
unknown listener of the Jeep Life podcast.
Yeah, thanks for that. That is, I mean, it's so cool that we are in the industry and we're recognized wherever. Once you say that we're from the Jeep Life podcast, everybody goes, "Oh, I know you. Yeah, I listen to you." But to be recognized without having to say that or wearing any paraphernalia
Yeah, man.
was pretty killer. And you
That's
know,
why I shaved.
yeah, right, so that you don't get recognized, right?
So I'm going to go off of that real quick. And I have listened, and this is weird for me. I'm not a podcast listener.
Yeah.
I do a lot of, we podcast
Yeah.
once a week. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot. Besides that, I record videos. I do this, that, and that. But I don't listen to myself. I don't like listening to myself. But as I have in the past couple of weeks, because we had some key listeners on, I wanted to listen to that episode
yeah.
again. Rick Payway, I wasn't involved in that one.
But you helped do the intro
Exactly.
to it. Yep.
But a couple other, times, we as a podcast have seriously developed a sound, a
Yep.
tone, it's more of it's a production. And and I want to say this right now to you, Terry, to Don, thank you for this in general. And it's been an experience. It's been fun. It's awesome. The memories we have, the people we've met,
Yeah.
the listeners we have. Thank you to you.
I think
there.
the listeners are the best part of it. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean,
100%.
I can't. I mean, there's a lot of great people standing around us.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, Jason, the support. They probably don't realize how much it means that they're on every week,
Mhm.
and their support there.
Yep.
And, we have so many great people in our lives. In all seriousness, we need to be thankful for that. The Ammermans.
And you were hanging out with Scott earlier.
I was at Scott's house today,
Yeah.
and
Eric
we
is
did some stuff at the house. Eric,
Amazing source of
loaned
knowledge.
the school his Jeep so that we could, because we've done some work on it to show a relationship
Yeah.
between Quadratech and the school and some of the
Which
things we do at
is-
the school.
It's going to
which is
develop
huge.
even more next year.
Yep. So, I
Mm.
mean, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. That's the kind of relationships, going to overland festivals with friends and going to open houses with friends. And it's just, we
why we
really
do it.
seriously need to be. I get that, but we need to understand, and this is one thing that I refuse to let go going forward, no matter how big or small the podcast gets, is I will not forget the people around us,
Yeah.
because that's really what made this podcast.
And
Oh,
and then
100%.
to 100% honest, that's why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Is because that's
Yep.
it's who we are. It's why we do it. So it's for you guys. And thank
Two
you very much.
sizes too small.
And it grew 3 times that night.
Yeah, right.
Wait, what? Huh?
What was that reference to, Billy?
What are we talking about? Getting bigger 3 times?
Oh my God.
Shit.
So so 2022 has been fantastic. And as
A lot of
we look back,
modifications, a lot of listeners, a lot of
Yeah.
shows, a lot of a lot of breaking. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we're only gonna get bigger and better next year. So season 4.
yeah.
Ah,
And so here's I'm gonna do a whole podcast series of article type stuff that we've done, where I'm just gonna put it together and make it a podcast, so that when we can't make a weekend, instead of not having something out there,
we can go over a tech talk.
we can do a tech talk, or we can do something
that.
that it's less interactive, it's more prepared, and I can just send it out and publish it as a podcast.
And that's another thing is we've covered so much information over the past 3 years of, just basic install stuff, introduction
Suspension
to gears,
systems, how things work,
suspension,
and
brakes,
sure.
transmissions.
Description, what we call in the business is description and
Yes.
operation.
Yep. So
Yep.
we're going to be releasing that a lot more.
And we want, and that's always been our mantra, has been educating people or doing our best. And in that same thing, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've learned a ton from people too. I mean, that's probably the best, one of the other great parts about this podcast.
So I want to promise to you guys in the future we're going to do a lot more of the tech install videos in general on the YouTubes. I think we're going to have a lot more just in general knowledge distribution to
we
everybody out
have
there.
coming out on YouTube, we'll go out on Patreon first. We have RCV rebuild. Rebuilding axle or the joints, RCV joints coming out. We have an article that will be only on Patreon about rebuilding Heim joints. There will be
I'm going to do
some more ride stuff that will be crossed over between us and some other companies. So
Don and I are going to work on doing a video series of building a set of axles.
Yep.
G2 axles with air lockers and some RCV 35 splines.
And that in itself will be hours of content.
Yes.
Yep.
We're going to go in depth. There's not a whole lot of in depth stuff on the web.
What the
we're gonna
tools
go,
are,
right,
what you need
we're gonna
properly
go in-depth,
doing this stuff.
Right. Back dealership style rebuilding this.
Perfect.
And then obviously the Break It Billy style. We're going wheeling hard this year.
there will be a lot of wheeling this year. I know that for a fact. And Don and I were even talking about what we're doing over Christmas break and maybe getting out there together. So that'll be
I'm going to be on 2 skis.
Yeah, you'll be skiing, but we'll be wheeling, and
We'll send you pictures, buddy.
Cool.
If you feel like switching it up, come hang out with us.
I'm going to be on the top of the world. You're going to
All right.
be in the mud.
All right. Well, again, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Where can people find us?
I want everybody to head over
On
to
our 43-foot Viking fishing boat.
Hell yeah, we're going to be casting that line, catching big swampers.
Catch them all.
But either way, head over to our link tree, linktr.ee/jeeplife podcast, and that's going to hook you up with all of our websites, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Search Jeep Life. Literally, you type in Jeep L, and everything comes up.
Yep, I love it. Listener voicemail. If you want us to play your...
It's active again.
It is 484-891-1172, 484-891-1172.
And head over to our YouTube pages where you're going to get hooked up with all of our lives, all of our other content, wheeling, events, tech talks, working in the garage, hanging out with Break It Billy, hanging out with Dr. Don. Terry even makes an appearance every once in a while. Jeep and Terry. Heck yeah, hand me that wrench, Terry.
That's exactly it.
Exactly. So YouTube search Jeep Life Podcast.
For Jason, Mike, Don, Break It Billy, Jeep and Terry, happy holidays, everybody.
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
2023.
happy
Here's a big Jeep
Kwanzaa.
wave to you, everybody.
Hanukkah,
All
this,
right.
that, and the other thing.
My favorite part of this. I didn't hit record over here.
Are
So
you fucking kidding me?
We have to do it all over again.
Maybe we should do it over
Said
again.
hit the fucking button, man.
I did say hit the button.
You didn't specify what
fucking
button.
out of here.
I got the audio from the Facebook, so. All right, I'm gonna.
Hit that button to go off. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
All right, guys,
Kwanzaa.
thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you soon in the new year.